My beloved child, I am speaking to you with urgency today because I cannot remain silent any longer. I have been watching you closely, observing every step you take, every breath you draw, and I see something that you cannot yet perceive with your earthly eyes. While you feel a sense of calm washing over you, believing that all is well because nothing catastrophic has occurred, I see what lies just beyond your vision. I see the precise moment that exists just before the storm breaks, that delicate instant before chaos unfolds. There is a trap being carefully constructed around you, my child, and I witness someone watching you with calculated intent as you move forward, step by deliberate step, walking directly into their carefully laid snare. They observe your approach with a smile spreading across their face, but understand this clearly. Their smile does not emerge from love, compassion, or genuine care for your well-being. No, they smile because they believe with absolute certainty that you will not see what is coming. They have convinced themselves that they possess superior intelligence, that they have outsmarted you completely. They believe you are walking this path alone, isolated and vulnerable, but listen carefully to my voice, for I am with you in this very moment. I did not guide you through every trial, every heartbreak, every moment of despair, just to abandon you now and allow you to stumble into destruction. I am the gentle whisper you hear in the depths of your heart right now, the persistent voice trying desperately to capture your attention and turn your focus toward truth. You experienced something unusual today, didn't you? There was that strange pause that settled in your chest, an unexplained hesitation that made you stop mid-thought, that sudden delay in your natural rhythm. That was me, reaching through the spiritual realm to touch your consciousness. I am trying with every fiber of divine love to hold you back, to create a sacred pause in your forward momentum, because what you are walking toward is not what it appears to be on the surface. Yes, I understand how it looks to your human perception. It appears sweet, inviting, and perfectly safe. That offer that has been presented to you, that conversation that seems so natural and beneficial, that invitation that arrived at just the right moment. Yes, even that person who has suddenly begun appearing in your life again after a long absence. All of these elements have been carefully orchestrated to appear as blessings, but I see beyond the beautiful mask that has been placed over the truth, and I need you to trust my perspective more than what your physical eyes are showing you. What they are preparing for you is not a gift, my precious child. It is not the answer to your prayers or the breakthrough you have been seeking. What lies ahead is a sophisticated trap, woven with lies that have been wrapped in the most beautiful kindness you could imagine. There is manipulation hiding skillfully behind genuine, sounding compliments and carefully crafted words of affirmation. I have observed how you have been questioning yourself lately, guessing your instincts and wondering if perhaps you are being overly cautious or paranoid. But let me speak truth into your spirit right now. That uncomfortable, unsettling feeling that has been growing inside you is not fear taking root in your heart. That uneasiness is not paranoia or anxiety disorder. That persistent discomfort is me, speaking through your angels, working through your very soul to communicate louder than all the noise and distractions that surround you. Please, I am pleading with you, do not ignore this divine warning again. This trap that has been set for you operates on emotional, mental, and possibly even spiritual levels. It has been designed with meticulous precision to make you feel obligated, to create a false sense of duty that will override your natural discernment. The entire situation is being orchestrated so that you will believe saying yes will prove that you are a good person, a loving person, a person of character and integrity. Simultaneously, They want you to believe that saying no will brand you as selfish, uncaring, and morally deficient. Can you see the manipulation at work here? This elaborate scheme is not about honesty, transparency, or genuine love. This is about control, pure and simple. It is about someone gaining power over your decisions, your time, your energy, and ultimately your destiny. I see their real intention as clearly as if it were written in blazing letters across the sky. I see the thoughts that dance behind their carefully practiced smile. Though they dress their words in charm and present themselves with kindness, I see what they whisper in the darkness when no one else is listening. I see their secret prayers, the desires they speak over your life when they believe they are unobserved. I see them hoping with desperate intensity that you will remain blind to their true nature and purpose. But I will not allow that blindness to continue. Not while I am your God, not while you still draw breath into your lungs, not while I can still reach your heart through the spiritual realm. I have sent your guardian angels ahead of you on this path, and they have been working tirelessly, placing small but significant signs along your way. You have been experiencing odd dreams lately, haven't you? Vivid, unsettling dreams that seem to carry weight and meaning beyond normal sleep patterns. You have been noticing strange numbers appearing repeatedly in your daily lie, on clocks, receipts, license plates, and random places that catch your attention. You have been feeling hesitant about certain decisions for reasons you cannot fully explain or articulate. You call this overthinking, but I call it divine protection. Your human mind wants to rationalize these experiences away, but your spirit recognizes them as supernatural communication. My child, you have been fighting battles for so long, and I know with infinite compassion that you are tired. I see the weariness in your soul, the deep exhaustion that comes from constantly being on guard, constantly having to defend yourself and make difficult decisions. I understand that you just want someone to feel easy again. You long for simplicity, for relationships and opportunities that don't require intense scrutiny or careful navigation. That is precisely why this trap looks so incredibly tempting to your weary heart. It has been designed to look like relief, like the answer to your prayers for something uncomplicated and genuinely good. But I must warn you, the moment you say yes to this deception, your freedom will begin to shrink. It will happen slowly, so gradually that you might not notice the change at first. The restrictions will tighten quietly, almost imperceptibly, until one day you will wake up and feel completely numb, unable to recognize your own life or remember who you used to be. That numbing existence is not my plan for you. That spiritual death is not what I desire for your future. I want you to live with joy bubbling up from the depths of your being, not fear controlling your every move. I want you to experience genuine peace, not the constant anxiety that comes from living under manipulation. Some people have mastered the art of pretending to be light while actually feeding off your light instead. They do not come into your life to love you authentically or to add value to your journey. They come to use what you have built, to take what you have cultivated, to drain what you have stored up through years of faithful living. These individuals possess an almost supernatural knowledge of exactly what to say to make your heart soften toward them. They know precisely which words will bypass your defenses and appeal directly to your compassionate nature. But remember this truth: I gave you more than just a soft heart. I gave you a strong spirit, and it is time for you to use that spiritual strength. This current situation is not just about today's decision or this week's choice. This is about protecting the future I have carefully prepared for you And child, I want you to know that your future is brilliantly bright. That is exactly why the enemy of your soul is working overtime to block your path with fake blessings, counterfeit opportunities, and artificial love. The enemy understands that he cannot destroy you through violence or obvious attacks, so he has shifted his strategy. He is attempting to destroy you through distraction, through leading you down paths that look good but ultimately lead nowhere. You cannot afford to be distracted right now, not at this crucial point in your life's journey. I need you to remember who you are at your core. You are not desperate for love or acceptance. You are not forgotten by heaven or overlooked by divine providence. You are not late in achieving your dreams, and you are not behind schedule in fulfilling your purpose. I have been preparing a specific path for you, but it is not the one you are about to step onto. That path, the one you are blindly walking toward, is not from my hand. I did not write that chapter of your story. That narrative is being penned by someone else entirely, and if you walk too far down that road, it will take months or possibly years to find your way back to my original plan. But even if you do get lost in someone else's story, I want you to know that I will come and get you. That is how deep and unchanging my love for you runs. However, today, in this moment, I want to save you from that unnecessary pain before it begins. All you need to do is pause. Not forever, not for an extended period of uncertainty, but just long enough to breathe deeply and ask the right question. If you will slow down your forward momentum, if you will create space for divine communication, if you will ask me directly, God, is this really from you? I will answer, I always do. The challenge is that you must listen with your spirit, not just with your physical ears. There is someone in your life who keeps calling you chosen, but I see the jealousy burning in their heart toward your light. There is someone who claims they want to help you succeed, but what they really desire is access to your energy, access to the blessings I have poured out on your life, access to your vulnerability and the tender places in your heart that you normally keep protected. They will not tell you the truth about their intentions because honesty would cause you to run immediately. But I will always tell you the truth, even when it hurts to hear, even when it frightens you, even when it means you must walk away from what you thought was everything you wanted. Real love always tells the truth, and I love you more than your human mind could ever comprehend. That is why I am revealing this information to you now, before it is too late, before the damage is done and the trap is sprung. You do not need to wait for concrete proof before acting on this warning. Your peace leaving you is all the proof you need. I know what you are thinking, but God, what if I am wrong about this situation? My answer is simple. What if you are not wrong? What if this uneasiness you feel is me sending you a direct message through your own spiritual discernment? What if you are not overreacting, but rather undertrusting the wisdom I have placed within your own heart? You have grown tremendously in recent years. You are wiser now than you have ever been. You can feel the energy shift in situations before the words even change, before circumstances become obviously problematic. That heightened sensitivity is me sharpening your spirit, honing your ability to perceive truth beyond surface appearances. Today, I am asking you to make some crucial changes in how you respond to people and situations. Stop going somewhere just because someone says come. Stop saying yes to requests simply because you do not want to seem rude or disagreeable. Stop staying silent about your concerns just because you do not want to hurt someone's feelings or create uncomfortable conversations. I did not call you to be a people pleaser. I called you to be a peace protector, And if participating in something costs you your peace, then the price is too expensive for your soul to pay. My child, I want you to unsubscribe from pressure in all its forms. Unsubscribe from manipulation, whether it comes wrapped in kindness or delivered with apparent urgency. Unsubscribe from guilt, drenched invitations that make you feel responsible for other people's emotions and reactions. Instead, return to me. Return to the stillness where you can hear my voice clearly. You do not have to chase after what already belongs to you. The blessings I have prepared for your life are not hidden inside traps or disguised as fearful situations. I do not give my children poisoned gifts wrapped in beautiful paper. When I give blessings, they come with clarity, with alignment, with confirmation that resonates in your spirit. If something does not feel like it comes from my heart, then it does not come from me. That is how you will always know the difference. Peace will be your confirmation, and right now, you do not have peace about this situation. You feel uneasy, unsettled, and that uneasiness is your divine clue. Do not ignore this inner warning just because it speaks quietly. Most traps are silent. Most pain starts softly. It begins with one small yes that you knew did not feel right, but said anyway because of pressure, guilt, or the fear of disappointing someone. Not this time, my precious child. This time you will choose yourself and your own well-being. This time you will trust my voice speaking through your spirit. Let me remind you of this truth. I did not give you a spirit of fear. I gave you power, love, and a sound mind. So why are you doubting what you feel so strongly in your heart? You are not being dramatic or overly sensitive. You are being warned by divine love, and the enemy hopes you will dismiss this warning as overthinking just long enough for you to step into the wrong place at the wrong time. But you do not belong in places where your light has to beg to be seen. You do not belong in relationships or situations where you are only valued as long as you are useful to someone else's agenda. I want better for you. I am actively preparing better for you at this very moment. But to receive what I have prepared, you must find the courage to walk away from what looks familiar but feels wrong in your spirit. Because, child, comfort is not the same as peace, and right now your spirit is not at peace with this situation. That spiritual unrest is all the confirmation you need to make a different choice. Here is what I need you to do right now. Pause your forward movement, not forever, just long enough to breathe deeply and separate my voice from all the noise around you. The trap being set is depending on your sense of urgency, counting on your need to fix things quickly, to keep people happy, and to avoid confrontation at all costs. But freedom sometimes requires confrontation, and you do not have to engage in that confrontation with anger or hostility. You can stand firm in perfect peace. You can simply say, I need time to think about this. That is all. Nothing more complicated than that. Anyone who truly loves you will not punish you for needing time to make a wise decision. But the ones who are setting the trap will show their true colors when you do not rush to please them immediately. That is when you will see everything with crystal clarity, because pressure will always reveal who is genuinely for you and who is only interested in what you can give them. You have been through so much already in your life. I know you have had to walk through pain you did not deserve, endure heartbreak that seemed unbearable, and let go of people you still loved deeply. You have had to start over more times than you can count, rebuilding your life from the ground up again and again. But I want to tell you something that might surprise you. None of that suffering was wasted. Every tear you cried, every goodbye that broke your heart, every lonely night when you felt completely abandoned. I saw it all, and I used every bit of that pain for your good. I used your trials to sharpen your spiritual discernment. I used your losses to make you stronger than you ever knew you could be. You are not weak because you cry easily or feel deeply. You are incredibly strong because you kept choosing love anyway, despite all the reasons you had to become bitter and closed off. But now, my child, I want you to love yourself enough to protect your future. You are not the same person you used to be, and you do not have to keep learning life's lessons the hard way. Not anymore. There is a reason this same type of situation keeps repeating in your life. Have you noticed the pattern? Different face, same underlying dynamic. Someone presents a need, you try to help. Someone shows dysfunction, you try to fix them. Someone demands an explanation, you try to make them understand. And then you are the one left feeling drained, confused, and somehow responsible for their feelings. This cycle continues because the enemy knows your heart. He understands your natural kindness and your desire to help others, and he attempts to use those beautiful qualities against you. But I am stepping in now to completely flip the script. You do not have to be the fixer anymore. That is my job, not yours. You do not have to hold everything together just to feel worthy of love. You already are worthy, chosen, loved, and more than enough exactly as you are. Do not let someone else's manufactured crisis distract you from your real calling. This situation you are facing is not your divine assignment. It is a distraction dressed up to look like destiny, but I am pulling the mask off so you can see clearly. Some people know exactly what they are doing when they test your boundaries. They slowly move closer to your heart, giving you just enough affection to keep you emotionally attached, but never enough honesty to help you feel secure in the relationship. You have been telling yourself, maybe if I am more patient, maybe if I just love them a little harder, maybe if I give them more time to change. But child, real love does not feel like anxiety. Authentic love does not make you constantly question your worth or wonder where you stand with someone. I do not want you to beg anyone for clarity. I do not want you to wonder about your value in someone's life. If something makes you feel small, confused, and unworthy, it is not love. It is control, and I am breaking that unhealthy dynamic right now, in this very moment. I am starting a supernatural shift in your life. You may not feel the change yet, but something powerful is moving in the spiritual realm. The trap is being exposed, and your guardian angels are positioning themselves between you and that danger. Please hear this truth. Your time, your energy, and your heart are sacred gifts. Not everyone should have access to these precious resources. You do not have to give detailed explanations for your boundaries. You do not have to apologize for protecting your peace. Setting healthy limits is maturity. It is growth. It is wisdom. You have tried it the other way. You have experimented with over-giving, over-explaining, and over-forgiving. Where did that approach lead you? To exhaustion, emptiness, and confusion.